He mentioned the gains of saving. I want to tell you that in all the books I've read, there will never be anyone that did not mention saving as the greatest luck factor. Those who save are generally lucky. They're just lucky. The savings invite and attract fortune. You suddenly become fortunate. This is not our seminar for today. I welcome everyone to July edition of our seminar and say what we are going to discuss today was my presentation to a body last Saturday. Those that entered, that registered, paid 200,000 naira to sit down. So you are sitting down to listen to it free. I think we should switch off all those lights because my slide is going to be tiny. Can you see that better? Oh, but I can't see those at the back. Let's those at the back. Switch off this one if you can. Can you switch on? Can you do something about it? Oh no. Okay. Okay. The outline of my talk. Can you see that? Are you sure? Can you see it now? Any difference? There is no difference. Can you see? Okay. It may actually get worse later. Is it possible to switch to remove those things at the edges? What I mean, remove all the, just let us see the video alone. Do you know how to get it out of the Microsoft and let's see only the video? If you cannot do it, it might get worse. Who knows how to do it? Aha. No. Remove all the adjoining. Are you sure? Those are the things that I don't want. Aha. Let's clap for him. How many people want to be wealthy? You see, there's a massive difference between being rich and being wealthy. Who can tell us the difference? What is the difference between a lady that is rich and a lady that is wealthy? Yes.
A rich person is maybe rich in just one angle of life, while a wealthy person is all encompassing, is mentally upright.
You are guessing. Clap for her. It's just one factor that makes it different. It's not so much about the volume of wealth.
A rich person makes more money than he can spend, but he has to work for the money. But the wealthy person makes more money than he can spend, but he doesn't need to work.
Let's clap for him. The definition of a poor person does not rely on the size of the fortune. A poor person is someone whose income is less than his expenditure. The person is poor, no matter how you describe the anatomy of the person. A rich person is someone who lives within his means. It's not, it's just as simple as that. That is, the income is higher than the expenditure, and therefore there is a gap. There is something to save because he lives within his income. A wealthy person has organized revenue that comes regularly, whether he works or he does not work. Can you get what I mean now? So that classification should be understood, but you will understand it more in this seminar. And that this seminar will change the way you have been thinking with regard to what they call prosperity. Prosperity is a loose term, meaning abundance. Wealth creation is more specific, and is to do with generating revenue. Today, I'll talk briefly about entrepreneurship and entrepreneur. How many people are entrepreneurs here? Let me see. Entrepreneurs. How many people are not entrepreneurs here? If you are not an entrepreneur, let me see your hand. You are all entrepreneurs. You might not know. Can you understand? You will see that when you are creating wealth, you are an entrepreneur. But to be a good entrepreneur, you should be an enterprising person. And the fact that you come here qualifies you as one. We'll be talking about vision. We'll be talking about the basic wealth creation models, the chart created by Robert Kiyosaki in 1995. We'll be talking about the difference between saving and pouring. What I mean by pouring is storing. People have stopped saying savings, and this is changing all over the world. In creating wealth, the money you keep away is described as a store. You are storing money. Saving has been bastardized. That word. People who keep money in the bank call it saving. Those who store money in the bank, what is kept in the store, the key is thrown away. You understand now? Therefore, it's different from saving. Saving is what a lot of people, you put money somewhere, you put more money, you save, then one day you wake up and you won't save. That is why the number of people who have too little money are so many. Why those who have a lot are so few. We'll talk about continuous learning and we conclude by talking about the relevance of learning and storing to wealth creation. I have mentioned the fact that entrepreneurship is essentially creating wealth. Entrepreneurs are people that run the economy. They bring the government, they bring money, they give the banks money. You know, banks have no money. How many people know? They have no money. That's why they call the money depositors' money. So when you take loan from them, they call it other people's money. It is depositors that put the money there. How many people know that government has no money? It's the money of the people. That's why they call it taxpayers' money. So entrepreneurs give money to the banks, give money to the government. Say, help us with police system, help us with electricity. Do they do that? Help us with education, help us with health, help us with roads, help us with housing, infrastructure. But in advanced countries, the people they select among them, people we call politicians, follow what the taxpayers say they want. Okay, then I'm going to tell you and remind you that when you set a goal to achieve anything and you have written it down, the next thing to do is to get a book that has a title that promises the achievement of that your goal. In anything, before you do it, learn how to do it. It is foolish to learn it in other ways other than to find the theory before you practice. The starting point of vision, this thing you see here that I too cannot see. Can you see it properly? You have to develop your eyes to be able to see double the eyes. But you can see all these ones. In creating vision, we start with goals. In the seminar that we conducted last weekend, there are 3 speakers. I was giving Saturday. So 2 people were giving Friday. I attended the Friday session. Papa Bovas. How many people know Bovas? Bovas. The founder of Bovas gave the Friday afternoon seminar. He kept talking about why he became so rich. People in the audience who paid 200,000 to sit down did not understand what he was talking about. Some of them were sleeping. Papa kept talking in parables. He assumed that everybody sitting down was intelligent enough to understand the parables. You understand? He kept saying, the reason I'm rich is the philosophy of me in 5 years. Me in 5 years. You will understand. But the people that came, the 110 academic people didn't appear. In spite of the fact that their own rate was 100,000. I did not see 110 academic people there. Because they are used to free. 200,000 is a lot. So, and now the afternoon session they gave me, Saturday afternoon session, I had the morning session, which is what we are listening to. Then I had the afternoon session, which is question and answers. That is, people contributing problems they had in their business and getting answers to those. I had to change that to me in 5 years. By the time I finished explaining, those who were sleeping woke up. Some of them stretched their body to see that the key to prosperity is developing a vision, me in 5 years. The goals will allow you to set every year. So there must be intense desire to create wealth. You must know how much. Intense also means ambition. You must want a lot. It also encompasses imagination. Imagination means to say in 5 years, how will it feel if I own 2 billion? Do you know that the reason why they said those who are rich become richer? You understand? Money, prosperity, wealth creation is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not something you acquire quickly. It's something you acquire over time. If you put 1 billion in mutual fund today, 1 billion naira, how much will they give you every year? Free. How much? You can tell. How many people are operating mutual fund? We have been saying that since Jesus was born. Mutual fund. How many people are, don't just talk, it will anger me. We have been saying the same thing for many, many years. How many people operate mutual fund account? Yes. How much? What is the rate of mutual fund today? Is in the past 5 months, mutual fund rate is 20%. When you keep 100 In 1 year, they'll give you 20,000. 100,000. If you put 1 billion, they'll give you 200 million. Free. Why? Because they are using high interest rate to combat inflation. That's what central bank is doing. And those who have money stop growing businesses. They start investing the money in mutual fund. Mutual fund will give you 20%. Business, this one we are doing, will give you just 30%. 30%, you have workers. Some of them will give you headache, fever, and general body pain. You understand what I mean now? Why do you have to go through all of that? When you can put 1 billion naira and they give you free 200,000, 200 million. And then if you continue like that for 5 years, your 1 billion will turn to 5 billion, 2 billion. And I'm sure it will be more than that because of the compounding nature of the money. Compound interest. You can get close to 3 billion. That's how the rich will expand the gap between them and the poor. But if you have not been doing that up to today, this is what you should start today. Prosperous people, wealth creation requires that you should want, as an entrepreneur, you should want to create transgenerational family business empire. Who can tell us the meaning of that? Transgenerational family business empire. Who can tell us? You say?
Business.
Uh-huh.
That generations after the founder.
Yes.
Like Ford family, Ford.
Like the Ford, the Sainsbury's, the Barclays Banks, the Mercedes-Benz, the Toyota, the Coca-Cola is a family business too. You see, all these businesses, their children, grandchildren, great grandchildren still collect money from that money, from the process of their grandfather. Grandfather they don't know about. Because they still bear that name. You understand? How many people will want to do that for their children? It's not common in Nigeria because businesses are not studied and practiced the way it is practiced abroad in civilized societies. The key to creating wealth is not resident in the desire to be wealthy. How many people want to be wealthy? Everybody. If you go to Kuto and shout, how many people want to be rich? They say, hey, I want to be rich. Everybody. But how many people want to prepare to be rich? How many people love to prepare? It is in the preparation. It is in the preparation, not so much in this. Everybody wants to be rich, even beggars. The starting point of great wealth creation is to think big. And fortunately, the more you pour the more you store in terms of savings, the more you save, the bigger you can think. Can you get what I mean? These are some of the positive effects of saving. It lets you think big. This is where the trouble lies. Can you hear? Can you see this? Can we off the light? Can you see this? Okay, off all the other lights. Can you see this? You see, I would rather you see it. Can you bring your light closer? This your light closer to me, so that only my face. You don't need to write anything. You need to listen. Listen. Because this thing will be shared on the platform. No, you can do like this. Stay here and face me. Can you see it? But the problem is I cannot see you. And then face to face is better than 100 letters. Okay. What is here? Who can read it? There are 4 quadrants. How many people know? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see it? How many people have read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Many people. In his, he called it cash flow quadrants. But this one is just to explain wealth creation among 4 categories of people. You understand? When you come out of the university, what do they give you? Certificate. Say certificate. Say it again. Okay. There's another one I will teach you today. They call it certificate. Say it. Certificate. Okay. Let's save that. I will let you know when you are going to need that. You understand? When you come out of the university and you finish your NYC, you start looking for what? Job. Whatever you look for, what happens? You find. Is that not? They say, Yowa, Yori. The people that find are always the people that search. If you cannot search, you cannot find. It applies to wealth creation. If you cannot find wealth, you cannot search for wealth, you just join those who help other people to be wealthy. Okay. Once you get the job, you are called what? You are called employee. This is the most common way of creating wealth. What do you have? You have a job. And then you work for money. You work and pay. They pay as you go. How many people have heard that word before? Pay as you go. When you pay as you go, recharge card is an example, is it not? Yeah. If your research finishes, what happens? It's the same thing. When you work, you are paid. When you don't work, you are not paid. When you work hard, you are paid high. When you work lazy, you are paid low, or you are even removed. So, what happens? Why do no? We don't always allow babies into our seminars. There's a baby talking there. We may have to tell the mother to go because this is a serious seminar. It's not a babysitter's this environment. Either keep the baby sucking breast. You understand now? Until he sleeps away, we don't allow baby to talk in our seminars. So, if they lived within their means, they are called what? Rich. How many employees here do that are rich? If you are rich, let me see you. You are an employee and you are rich. If you are rich, means that you have enough money. If you are not destined to disturb us, or you not come here to make sure that we don't concentrate. So, to be rich, employees, to be wealthy. How many people know that employees can be wealthy? Yes, they can be wealthy. It's just that they have to move to this side. What do we have here? I'll talk to you about investment. It's not stock. Because when a lot of people, when they hear investments, the first thing they think about is stock. We know stock is an investment. So the key things that these people have to be able to earn a lot is called skill. Call it again. Skill. What again? Skill. Who can tell us the meaning of skill? Skill. Who? No, skill is not confident. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes. The competence needed to perform a procedure that generates what the customer wants. There are two things that bring customers, we all know. First, the problems, solutions to their problem. Two, the business that will make them feel good. How many people want to feel good? Everybody. So, when you have that skill, what do you say? You sabi? Abi? You sabi? So, sabidicate. You understand now? Sabidicate. That is what can let you work here. If you have no skill, you continue to perish here or languish here. You understand? You need a skill, either accounting, plumbing, carpentry. Can you get the thing? So this we call specialists because they specialize in specific skill. That's why they have certificate. They are very common. Why do they live from here to here? They want freedom. They want to be their own boss. Some of them fired their boss here. How do they fire they resign? When you resign, you fire your boss. Say, Oloshi. That's what happens. So and then they come here, they settle down here. They say, instead of being employed by that stupid idiot, they sack the idiot and employ themselves. So they call them self-employed. So when they get here, what they have is certificate. They begin the process. They too also work for money. Because that is what they were taught by the idiot. They too own a job. They collect job. And then that's all they know. They trade time for money. But they spend more time on their job than some of them don't sleep. They don't go on holiday. In particular, examples of them, you can see doctors in private hospitals. How many people have seen doctors in private hospitals before? They don't come out. They are in the hospital before you wake up. When you have gone back to sleep, they are still in the hospital. They go home late. A typical doctor in a private hospital. They are always, if they are not in the theater, they are in the consulting room. They wear white gown. How many people have seen them before? They delegate enjoyment of their money to their wives and children. They tell their wives, please, darling, will you take the children to Dubai? What is wrong with him? Should I tell you what is wrong with him? Should I tell you? Yes. You really want to hear? Yes. He has no freedom. And who are the people who have no freedom? They are in the prison. So they organize prisons for themselves. It might not be maximum security, but it is prison nevertheless. No, we are talking about wealth creation. Is it not? We want to be honest with each other. Is it not? Apart from doctors, accountants, lawyers, plumbers, what are the other examples? No, proprietors. Proprietors have holiday. You mean proprietors, school holiday, proprietors will travel. They lock the door. The children are not there. They say, teachers, you still remember the way to your house? Go. Proprietors are entrepreneurs. They are here. Can you get what I mean now? Okay. What do these people lack? What do they lack? Say it again. Say it again. They don't have freedom. What do these people lack? So they look for these people begin to look for freedom. So they move from here to here. In order to get freedom, there's a book we wrote, How to Create a Business That Thrives in Your Absence. It's a book that when you read and apply, it takes about 3 years to create a system from the ground floor. That is, from someone who has no freedom at all to someone who has fully developed freedom. Takes 3 years on the average. But like I said, business is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we come here, business owner, not specialist, business. Business owner seeks freedom. As soon as he owns system, once the system will be working, who can explain what a system means? Business system, who can explain? Yes, please. Don't guess. If you don't know, don't waste our time.
Like having an organogram, each person has a very house to live in.
Clap for her. You create an organogram. They call it organizational structure. The structure, how the chassis of the business place. How many people know about chassis of a car? It holds the car together. The chassis. And then in that chart, organizational chart, there are positions. You build positions, just like they do in soccer. There are positions. The goalkeeper, the striker, the wingers, the middle, and then the back. Right back, left back, central back, and something like that. And in those positions, you build job description. Job description, they say, these are the job this person in this position is supposed to do. And once you have found that, then you now go to the outside world and say, you are looking for those who can fit those positions. That's what they call interview. And that is why when you are doing interview, it's not about pass or fail. Can that person do that job? Can this person do this job? It's not so much about certificate. If certificate is necessary, can this person be grown to fit this position? Can I develop and train this person? Educate this person enough to be able to perform this task excellently? That's what we call the system. Okay. Should we go on? Here, when you are here, people work for you. Because you have created a system and people just go into the system. They perform what they call routines. They do the same thing every day. So it becomes a habit. They can do it while sleeping. Even in their dreams, they can do all the work. Because they are well educated. And they get better at the job. They appreciate. That's why your people are the greatest asset you have. Because they appreciate. All the other assets, buildings, cars, computer, they depreciate. Generator will depreciate. But your people will appreciate to the degree that you educate them. Appreciate means they get better at achieving the result. They deliver excellence. So people here, are said to be wealthy because most of them are not on the organogram. Can you get what? They don't put themselves in the organogram. Take this place, for example. This where we are. I had to create a place here as my office. Most of the time, I don't stay there. Maybe I've sat down there. I created it this year before I had the office. Here. Office, you know the meaning of office. That is a small house where I put my chair and table. I did not have. I created it. It's so small that if you put 5 or 6 of this thing there, it will be full. Small, one table, one chair. They brought a big table. Then we took it out and said, small table. Because big table, you will not be able to move. Because all our rooms are for sale. I did not want to lock down one room in the name of office. So when I'm not around, the office is working as room. Okay. In order for these people here to be wealthy, they must move here. Can you hear? These people, if they want to be wealthy, they must move here. These people, if they want to be wealthy, they must move here. If these people, they are already wealthy, because they still have to do some work here. Me, I still have to do some work here. The people I work with here know that when I come, I go around, I move around, I look at to ensure cleanliness, to ensure that not that people should be working, just to see the environment, to look at where our people work, ensure safety, ensure all of those things. I still work. I still manage what they call vital signs. Any nurse here? Nurse? Nurse? Yes, nurse. Clap for the nurse. Can you tell us vital signs? 1. Clap for her. No, just clap. Nursery school clap. Let's. Oh yeah. Bam. Aha. Yeah, again, clap for her. Respiration rate, blood pressure, all of those. Thank you so much. God bless you. How many people know that there are vital? What is the importance of the vital signs? Let me tell you, the vital signs is important because if it is not normal, it means something is wrong inside. How many people agree with me? If the vital signs are done and conducted and they are not within the normal range, it means that something is wrong with the system inside. The organs are called systems. Of course, there's what the cardiovascular system, central nervous system, all of those things. Is the same thing as the system in business. Can you get it? So it means, so in business, there are vital signs. One of those is disharmony. When there is disharmony, there's no peace. It means that at least one person that was employed during interview, that interview did not succeed. You got the wrong person. You know, people are hired 90% because of their attitude, 10% because of their aptitude. When you get someone with poor attitude, they let you lose your sleep. One person can unorganize an entire organization. One person. So when there is disharmony, it means it's a sign that someone is causing havoc. And therefore, you have to go there and do what they call dehiring. I don't call it firing. Dehiring. Because it's a corrective procedure to hiring. Something you did in error, you have to undo it. Then there are other vital signs. Inability to pay salaries is a sign that financial control, there is aberration. Financial control is I have to make sure that everybody is paid here. How many people know? Okay, the same thing. Hiring is financing, the hiring, marketing, sales. These are vital signs. I still have to do that. You still have to do that if you are here. And then sometimes you don't want to be doing all of that. How many people want to work? I don't like to work. It is work. Because you have to sit down to read. You have to sit down in office. I don't like office. They said, wàhálà office ló ń pa alákọ̀wé. How many people have heard that proverb before? Say funny this. Wàhálà office ló ń pa alákọ̀wé. I don't like office. You don't. You see, you started from here. Remember, one thing led you to this place. Another thing led you to this place. What led you away from this place? You must come by 8 o'clock. You must. Or sometimes 7:30. In some places, 7. You wake up and you must come here. You must come here. So you don't like all of those. You want to be your own boss. You want to come anytime you like. So you come here. That is, again, freedom. Because here, there is another problem. Needing freedom to travel. You come here. Now, there is more freedom you want. You don't want to go to the office at all. Then you come here. The people, this is where you find all the freedom. People from here come here. People from here come here. People from here come here. So let's talk about this place. This nice place. How many people want to be in investment? Okay. How many people know that in that chamber where we call investment is not Sabi? It's not Sabi that you need. Here, you need Sabi. Here, you need business. You need system. Here, you need money. If you have no money, you can't work here. And it's not huge money. It's just regular money every month. Regular money every month. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 15 years, 20 years. takes a long time to be rooted under investment. And what is the ultimate? By 7 years of pouring 30% of your revenue from here, 7 years of pouring. The money, dividends or interest you'll be getting from here. This is it. This is why you come here. I want to mention it. Should I mention it?
Yes.
This is fully 90% of all the things I've been mentioning this morning. I want to wake you up. Within 7 years, the interest they'll be giving you here will be more than the profit they are giving you here. Will be more than the profit you are getting here. Will be more than the salary you are getting here. Wherever you find. How many people are here? If you are here, let's stand up. If you are here, stand up. Stand up, stand up. Be honest with yourself. If you are here, stand up. If you don't know where you are. If you collect salary every month, stand up. If you collect salary every month, let me. What we are saying, I want to interpret it for you because that is the most important thing you come here to listen to. There's what we call, what is here? Money market. When you pour 30% of your revenue into money market, if you continue to do it every month for 7 years without touching it, what is going to happen? The interest you will be getting there will be more than your salary. Meaning that you will decide whether you still want to work or not. Can you get what I mean now? Sit down. So if you are here, stand up. If you are here, stand up. Let me see their faces. I used to be there. If you are, what do you get? Profit, is it not? If you move from here and you specialize in mutual fund, you send 40% of your profit to a mutual fund, and you do that for 7 years. The interest you'll be getting from your mutual fund will be more per month than the profit you are getting from your work. And then what happens? You can decide whether to close that shop. Can you understand what I'm saying? You can then choose, do I still need to work? Because it's more direct and it's actually simpler than to move here. Because there's a lot of work here. But you trade the freedom you get here in establishing another shop. Because you are now free. You can now train people to work in 10 shops. Can you get what I mean? Sit down. Let's clap for them. How many people are here? You know the characteristic of the people here? In that they can travel for 5 years. They might be paying visits. They can travel for 5 years and the business is still growing. Let's clap for them. The way to do this is to seek further freedom. Because here there is freedom. The freedom here is more than here. The freedom here is more than here. The freedom here is unlimited. You understand now? It's unlimited. Yes, entrepreneurs take risk. You take risk, but this risk requires that you choose a bank that is durable, not a bank with problem. You will always know. What is the name of the bank that went under recently? Heritage. Everybody knew that they had problem from day one. How many people kept their money there? Ó yẹ kó fa ìtì ẹlòmíì báyìí. Kẹ́ ẹ fà báyìí. Kó yọ yàn ẹ wá fi sílẹ̀ kó dún pa. Gbogbo ayé ló mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní ìyọnu, wọ́n ní wàhálà. Wọ́n ń ṣe ọ̀fìnkìn. Ọ̀fìnkìn ṣe wọ́n. Everybody knew. Why will you go there and put your money? I was once in Polaris, Skybank, when I heard that something political. I didn't run. I flied. You understand now? So it's a thing because that is what keeps me alive. Happy. Makes me feel good when what I'm storing is increasing. Then what it means is that the vital signs in my body will remain vital. Okay, let's talk about investment. Here you seek ultimate freedom, total freedom. You own a business. You don't own system. You don't own jobs. You own investments. Here, money works for you. Money works for you means that you can't go there unless you have money. You may not have plenty money, but whatever you have, you give them. You don't take it back. It's just like delegation. When you delegate job and responsibility, you don't take the job back. Let the person own the job. When you give money to a bank, it's a loan to the bank. Let the bank keep it. Keep adding to the loan. What do you get from the loan? Interest. The people, which is the opposite, to let the bank give you loan. If bank gives you loan, what do they take back? Your sleep. They give you loan, and off goes your sleep. Off goes your rest of mind. Your mind stop resting. May actually rest in peace. Do you know that certain people still go and take bank loan when they know that today interest rate is 35%? It used to be 28, 27% per annum. People still go and take. How many people own bank money? The banks love proprietors of private schools. They love them with passion because they are gentle people. They are loyal. You understand? They are loyal. They are amiable. Because they are graduated teachers, most of them, and then they also monitor teachers. So, and teachers are generally simple people. So they are simple. You understand? So they now put their hand in what is not simple. You know, and then a lot of them, if they are males, these banks are clever. They send young, pretty, yellow ladies to them. And those ones, we put lashes in their eyelashes. Extra, the little lashes God gave is not enough. They added another layer of lashes. They raise it up and down to the teachers. And, and then what happened to the teachers? The proprietors, they will say, just give me 50 million. Okay, this building is my, what do they call it? Collateral. Or my house is my collateral. They check all those things hurriedly. And then when the loan is due, you see the girl again, never. They'll send an ugly man will come for the. A man that looks like a hyena will come. I've done business for many years and I've seen them. I laugh when they come. Why? Because my system is different. I look at the bank as where to open a bank. I open a bank inside a bank. You understand now? So I keep money in the bank all the time. I keep money 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years. After some time, if I now need money, I will go to my bank, inside the bank. I take out of the money. Maybe I'm the banker of my bank. You understand now? I take the money, I use it to do business, to do the branch I want to do. When I've finished, I now wait and start paying the money back. No interest. Can you understand now? This is what I'm advocating for you. Anybody can open a bank. It takes a long time before a bank can have money. Have your own account, call it a bank. You always put your name there. Janet Bank Nigeria Limited. Go there. Let the capital base in that your bank be buoyant so that you can go there to take money to do business. Today, you can't get friends or relatives to give you money to practice whether you know how to do business or not, to do experiment on business. Nobody will do that. So these people, they always allocate money to where return on investment is high. Because this place is investment. Return on your investment is high. But you must never lose sight of the safety of your capital. If they promise you 25% and the bank is Yege Bank, your capital will be shaky, if not rickety. This is clearer now. Can you see it? This is still employee. This is still certificate. This is still big business or system business. This is still investment. These are the practical things we see in Nigeria today with respect to these 4 quadrants. relative to your wealth or your earning or revenue, you pay more tax here than all in this place. How many people know that employees pay more tax than these people? Certificate, they are clever. They find ways to hide their wealth. You cannot hide your wealth because it will show in the bank statements. And government is now, of course, the system in Nigeria is not as transparent. Of course, they are making it more transparent. Government cannot see your earning as if you were to be in England or America. In America, government will see how much you earn. Everybody, unless you don't work, unless you don't earn, they will see it. So you can't hide it. It's a central database. They are doing it in Nigeria now, using all manners of effort. BVN, and then there's another NIN, and all those N9999. That is one problem with I. Another problem with I, let me tell you, pension fund deceit. If you pay pension fund, let me see your hand. If you are in I and they pay it on your behalf or you are paid, let me see your hand. Everybody. If you are sure that you will get it, let me see your hand. You are very sure. I can tell you that. I can beat my chest based on experience. And the eyes, my two eyes that see, that chances that you will spend that pension is slim. Very slim. Let me explain. Out of that money, government that is broke is borrowing from the money. How many people heard? You heard about that? In 1991, they made it compulsory for us, those of us running businesses in Lagos, that you must contribute to pension. They opened the pension fund. We started contributing. In 1996, we had contributed for 6 years. And we built a bigger, we had two hospitals in the same look, not close, not too far away from each other. We now built a bigger hospital that the combination of the two hospitals. And we now moved all the staff in the two hospitals to the bigger hospital. So we now realize that we had excess staff. You get what I mean? So we now said, okay, there was no way we could keep excess staff. We had to lay off some people, give them some money, gave them paper for their pension. You know what happened? I collected my own too because I paid pension. I called them up. They told me how much my accumulated pension savings was. You know what? It was exactly the amount I contributed. They added it together. So, and they said I should come to Abuja to collect it. When I added the amount together, the transport fare was more than it was more than the transport fare. And the same thing happened to everybody. Nobody went to Abuja. And later, they now say restructured pension. And now they now said, instead of government officials collecting it. Banks and financial houses should now manage it. But they don't manage it in there. There is a central pool where they put the money. Government hands can still reach it there. And then government, they said there's a chairman of pension scheme and took billions out of that. Did you hear? Did you hear about that? This is money they are keeping somewhere. So if they are spending it where it is, it will be going down. And then you are adding more. And then by the time people need it, is it available? No. We are supposed to get the funds as if it is in pension, in investment. We are supposed, that is it. So meaning that your pension is in your money market. How many people get that one? Your money market while you are still in the market. That is where your pension should be. Because you have 100% authority over that. And like I said, the money that you have in mutual fund, in fixed deposit account, will not fail you unless the bank fails. And you must never patronize any alien bank. Okay. Do you know that this government has started borrowing from the pension? Do you know that if a chairman can take so much out of that money, secretary, assistant secretary, deputy assistant secretary, and all of this. You see, this seminar is a practical thing. We are telling ourselves the truth. We are shining our eyes. So, you know, when there is inflation, the people that suffer the most are the E. How many people know? Because the salary is fixed. Except in certain organizations where they share profit with staff. If you are giving profit sharing where you work, let me see your hand. Korede, yes, Korede, they give profit sharing. And of course, we give profit sharing too. What I always advocate is profit that is coming should go to where? Where should you keep it? Don't call it, that is money market. You should take it to money market and join them in the market. Stop going to Kuto market. Inflation used to disturb the people in this place. People here, inflation make them richer. How many people know that if you are under investment, your capital base, your investments is multiplied with inflation? That's why this place is the best. So, these people, they face revenue, inland revenue from state, from local government, from federal government. How many people know? If you face all of these people, let me see your hands. All of them. They come, they are tied, and then they put their phone number that call me. And they go. So these people, Their revenue is not visible to inland revenue. They can't see it. Only the bank will collect it on behalf of the government, which is 10% of your interest, 10% of your gain. Meanwhile, if you work in England and you are earning £5,000, government will take half of that for tax and give you half. That's what they have, because you belong to a particular bracket. They don't have natural resources. So the people who work are their natural resources. Now I come to savings. How many people save money? If you save money, let me see yours. How many people have been saving money in the same bank in the past 4 years without withdrawing it? Without withdrawing that money or any part of it. The past 3 years. So that is the problem we have. That is how you must separate yourself from the people on the street. You must be able to reach the 7 years I talk about to get total freedom. I told you it's 7 years you need to keep for salaries, minimum of 20%, for certificate, minimum of 30%, and for big business, minimum of 40%. To storing. You know, you are responsible for so many people to the degree that you have so many branches. Many people in that category don't sleep because these people must collect salaries. And some of them use that saving to compensate for inefficiency at work, where the sales are low. So where is the business in foolishness? So the starting point of creating wealth is to accumulate wealth. If you want to have money, you start by having money. And then if you cannot keep money, it's impossible to have money. You have some, and on half, and half, and some half, and half. Save, unsave, save, unsave, save, unsave, until your teeth begins to shake. You understand? Until cataract will close your eyes for not seeing properly, that we are supposed to keep saving money. And then, if you have no money, you can't invest. If you have no money, you can't operate in that realm. That is it. You can't operate there. And like they always say, it starts with little. When you start pouring little, what is happening there? It becomes a habit. After you keep doing that for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, almost you will not be able, it will reduce your interest in spending. You have no interest in spending. Like I said, it's not that I don't I just don't want to buy another car. In the past 10 years, I've not bought a car. It doesn't interest me. What interests me is bubbling interest. For interest to keep coming so that I can share it to improve the facilities in the business side. I can take out of that interest to make the business place function better. Different people have different ways of enjoying themselves. I'm not saying you should not enjoy your money, but I can tell you that food is not enjoyment. Food is not enjoyment. Say, èmi tí ò jẹun, èmi yẹpẹrẹ, èmi tí ò jata. It's not a wise thing, it's a foolish thing. I can tell you. We are supposed to eat to live. We are not supposed to live to eat. You understand now? For me, traveling is where I see pleasure or joy. Yes. You can see, I'm an issue. Ẹ máa rí i pé ọmọ èṣù ni wọ́n. Èṣù rán wọn níṣẹ́. Why will everywhere be so calm and you say something will turn your head to turn the set? Ó ṣe ń rí nìyẹn pé mẹ̀ǹdàrú ni mẹ̀ǹdàrú lẹ́tẹ̀ máa rí wọn. Yes. I'm not at home now. Since I came from England, going to 7 days or 8 days ago, I've been having seminar every day. Yesterday was in Lagos. The day before was in Ibadan. The day before was in Ibadan. Tomorrow, Sokoto University Teaching Hospital. I'm not going because of Boko Haram, but I will. Then Saturday Rotary Club. You see, they keep calling and calling like that. People don't make noise there. It's only in 110 Academy because it is free that you see people coming to organize us. I left my wife, left home, and came here so that you can be wealthy. So that you can be wealthy. So that in the history of your life, I want to own a page. And you will not be too surprised if I'm angered by those who want to disturb my mission. Let's go. Yes, I love traveling. I like the sound of aeroplane than the sound of caterpillar. When they say, yee, then I love the scenario there. They let you go through rigorous search. They search your bag, they search your this. They want to see your passport, they want to see. By the time you get to the plane, you are very hungry. You understand now? Then they serve you small food to make sure that they persist in getting you interested in the little things they serve. All the things they serve, everything might not be up to maybe 5,000. You understand? And they collect 2, 3, 5 million from you. They are wise because they are doing business. But the scenario, the environment, the people you meet, all of those things, you like it. It's very enjoyable. You learn. You go to other people's businesses or other people's countries. You look at the arrangement of the homes. You look at the business place. You enter the hospitals. You go to the hotel. You look at what they do. You sleep. And then you sleep better because of The new things, new environment, new. You know, when you are sick, they say change your environment. It's better to change it before you are sick. Okay. I always, my passion is to read what they call self-help books. Self-help. You read book to help yourself. All the books there are self-help. They teach you one way or the other, in one topic or the other, to achieve your goals. So, in the past 44 years, 1980, that I touched Think and Grow Rich, I've read over 2,000 books. Is books read in 44 years a lot when you read every day without fail. Because I always believe that I must acquire new awareness to live a new day. I don't know about today, but if I increase my awareness over and above the awareness of yesterday, then this new awareness will let me live this new day fully. And that if there were mistakes of yesterday, new awareness will clarify the substance of the mistakes. Like all mistakes, no exception, all mistakes are mistakes of ignorance. It is daily awareness, daily knowledge that can reduce the intensity, the volume of the mistakes we make. So, what are we saying is that make a habit of reading. I don't read in the afternoon or evening. Read every morning. Read, wake up before everybody wakes up. Be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours older than your neighbors every day. When you are 2 hours older or 3 hours and you learn, you are also wiser, not older alone. You are wiser because you have new knowledge that in their wisdom or lack of it, they sleep all the way. And by the time you wake up, you have written in your jotter what they have to do. Because fully 99% of wisdom consists in being wise in time, on time. And that 90% of success rests on thorough preparation. You have prepared for the day. 3 hours of reading, of extracting what to do for the day, of refining the things to do, of finding out of the people that are sleeping who is to do those things. If you keep looking more, you will find your wayori. So you delegate the hard work of your life to the people who are still sleeping. And you do only the job of thinking. The only time you think is the time you are reading. When you are reading, your mentality, your thoughts are framed to a definite end. That is thinking. The only activities of the mind is in thought. So when you hold your head on your hand and they say, what are you doing? Maybe you think that you are thinking. That is not the way to think. The way to think is to read, is to learn, to have a pen and write down what you are thinking. That is the way to think. And these are the things that leaders all over the world do. And this is what I'm recommending to all of you. So, You start learning and building business from where you are to where you want to go. When you have a vision to attain, you look at where you are. The vision is mighty, it's far, it's like a stair, you have to climb up to it. But take the first step. When you climb to the first step, you see the second step. And the thing that can let you see are the books. Without the books, you can't see. I can confirm to you. When you climb to the first step, you see the second. When you climb the second step, you see the third. When you climb to the third, you see the fourth. It will help you to imagine happiness, joy at the destination. But you take instrumental joy day by day. Thank you. 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 Thank you.